Hello, what's up? My name is Brian Atlas, and you're watching the Whatever Podcast, or as we call it around here, how do we get these fucking whores off this show? Let's get them to rage quit. Fucking Christ is king or some shit. My wife's in the other room making fucking tuna salad. Are you making tuna salad? She's just making a salad. I was right. I was half right. No, I'm not Brian Atlas, and this is not the Whatever Podcast. This is the fucking holy shit, what am I doing right now podcast, because I'm basically living the meme I made the other day, fucking trying to work with sound, and now I'm doing that with dual cameras, and I feel like a fucking retard. Can I get a amen on me being a retard? You heard it here first, folks. Amen. I'm a retard. Holy shit, I actually have news. I forgot to do it. Where's my news? I didn't say nudes. I don't have nudes. If anyone was curious, there's no nudes of me out there. Sure, there's a picture of my dick in one of my fucking cloud servers for my phone. I'm sending it to my wife. All right. So I'm going to go dark for a second. Hold on. Not black, but I'm going to go dark. All right, hold on. All right, what the fuck? All right, so there was some news today that came out about Donald Trump talking about taking away T.P.S, which is temporary protection status, away from Somalians in Minnesota because due to fraud and abuse of the program. Now, of course, you're probably going to see a lot of Somalians very upset about this, but, you know, fuck them, because they don't want to be American. They just want to make Minnesota new Somalia, where they can fuck their cousins and shit. And I'm not exactly down with that, even though I am nationality is Italian. And, you know, cousin fucking is just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Yeah, what do you think? Anyway, what was this abuse? Well, apparently the money was getting funneled to a terror organization called Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab. Yeah, apparently they were formerly known as Harakat Al-Shabaab, which is more fucking goddamn Durka nonsense. Al-Mujahideen. Yeah, there you go. The Mujahideen Youth Movement. It's a jihadist, insurgent, and terrorist organization based in Somalia. Look at me. America is Somalia now. You can't get more on the nose with that. I'm telling you, man. They really don't give a fuck anymore. They're just, you know. You got Dearborn, Michigan, where the mayor is just like telling a Christian priest to get the fuck out of my town for at a county fucking an open meeting. And now, you know, you got people that weren't born here running for. How is it fucking possible that if you're not born in America, you can still run for public office? That makes no fucking sense. It's kind of fucking aggravating. Like I need to be more aggravated. Oh, hold up. Flashbang. Flashbang. Oh my god. Anyway, so obviously in Minnesota, there's a lot of Somalians probably like pooping their pantsuits or whatever the fuck they wear over there. All right, I'm gonna get really racist. All right, so you know how the Somalians always look like their heads are fucking balloons, you know, and they got those like prominent fucking top front teeth. You know what that's from? I'll give you one guess. You're close. Inbreeding. Inbreeding, which is a practice that's frowned upon in modernity, but is still done. I don't know how many of you have heard of the Habsburgs. What the fuck? Habsburgs? They were a prominent royal family in England in the olden days. The olden days. Anyway, these motherfuckers wanted to keep the bloodline pure, like the McPoyles from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And they sure as fuck did. And they made a lot of fucking monsters. I would say they made a shitload of monsters. I think one of the last monsters they made was actually a king. Didn't live very long. His jaw was so jutted out he couldn't barely eat. He apparently had, well, then they didn't have a word for it, but today we would call it encephalitis. His head was filled with fluid. He at 20, which is usually the time, the 20 is not even midlife back then. That was like you're in your twilight years. But at 20 years old, he had the mind of a 5-year-old. Like, if he could walk correctly, which he couldn't, due to genetic abnormalities, due to cousin fucking, familial fucking. Don't do it. Familial fucking, don't do it. So just don't do that. But yeah, if he could chase butterflies, he probably would have in his 20s. But he died shortly after that. I think he died in his mid-20s. And it wasn't due to, the rampant diseases and all that and the overeating that they did in the king's court. No, it was due to genetic abnormalities such as seen in the populations that come out of Somalia and the Arabic world. And, where you get it, you get, let's just put it this way. We need to like start talking about some Islam. I'm going hard on Islam because it just seems like they're not bringing their best. I'm sure, there was a few good people on both sides. The brown side and the browner side. There's actually white Muslims now that in the UK, young men with red hair that have converted to Islam. Can you imagine cucking yourself this fucking hard? I would fucking rather have my head cut off in slow-mo than convert to Islam. And I'm going to hold myself to that. Because if that's happening, I don't really have any choice, do I? My dog's trying to get my attention. So anyway, I'm going off on tangents. I'm a fucking idiot. Let me go into it. So the temporary protective status of It's a humanitarian immigration program established by the U.S. Congress in 1990. Who was president in 1990? Wasn't that Clinton? I think it was Clinton. 1990? No. Holy shit. Who was president in 1990? Huh? Oh, we're contacting the Oracle. Reagan? Clinton? Oh, okay. George Bush Sr. was president in 1990. Full Bush. Anyway, so, but it doesn't matter because Congress did it. It provides temporary relief from deportation and work authorization to eligible nationals of countries designated by the Department of Homeland Security when those countries are experiencing ongoing armed conflict. So that's like basically every shithole country. They just, I hope they end this forever. We don't need shithole people come. I mean, they're killing each other all. Well, they've been designated for T.P.S. Since 1991 under George Herbert Walker Bush Sr. Apparently, due to the prolonged civil war, the armed conflict over there, it's been extended multiple times by subsequent administrations under both Democratic and Republican presidents for reasons unbeknownst to me. Because maybe back then, there was a few of them. Now we got too much, where they're like actually like in whole cities. All right, by the Biden administration runs through with estimates of 400 to 430 in Minnesota. So there's 430. I would say that's 430 too many in Minnesota. Lucky, go ahead. Tell them how you feel. The bones say nothing. So, okay, let me get into the... Bubba, what the fuck do you want? It's always when I'm doing something, man. Don't make me fucking goddamn come down here and raid in your ass. Like Hassan Piker. I don't do that stuff. I actually love my dog. I don't use him as a prop. In fact, he wants to be a prop. He's walking around me. Holy fucking shit. So, okay, the fraud allegations do not directly involve defrauding the T.P.S. program itself, which is an immigration status rather than a financial benefit. Instead, recent news and investigations point to widespread fraud schemes involving some Somali Americans in Minnesota exploiting federal and state welfare programs, with Trump's announcement citing these as justification for ending TPS. Based fucking Trump as per usual. All right. So, this says autism and housing fraud schemes. Okay, so there's a bunch of different points. Here we get some bullet points. I'm going to go over them then. Hopefully I'm not going to be too retarded. All right. All right. Here's one scandal. It's called the Feeding Our Future scandal. It's a child nutrition fraud. This is the largest known case involving a 250 million plus, holy shit, fraud during the COVID-19 pandemic. Dozens of individuals, many from the Somali community, set up fake nonprofit feeding sites under the USDA's child nutrition program. They claim to serve millions of meals to children, but pocketed funds through shell corporations, inflated claims, and kickbacks. Over 70 people have been charged. Holy shit. This is why we need to have more. We need to actually audit these things. Doge should be a fucking permanent fucking thing in government. Because, I mean, if you just look on TikTok, look at all these fucking assholes just showing how, like, what they get and flashing their shits like, I don't have to do this. I get the money from the government. All right. Well, anyway, so the next one. Next fraud scheme. Autism and housing fraud schemes. Maybe I can pull that one off myself. Additional cases include fraudulent autism diagnoses to bill Minnesota's Medicaid program. So people were just acting like they had autism? Or were they actually autistic? They were probably on the spectrum. Let's come on. You know, we're talking about inbred people here. They probably were on some kind of they're definitely on some kind of fucking spectrum. The early intensive development and behavioral intervention for millions in unprovided services with kickbacks to transportation providers. There's also housing fraud and other welfare scams.
Risen with the tism.
Risen with the tism?
Risen with the tism.
They ain't got no riz. Okay, and so here's another bullet point. Links to terrorism and money laundering. A recent Manhattan Institute reported by journalist Christopher Rufo alleges that Somali fraud rings have stolen billions across multiple programs, childcare, welfare, etc., with some funds transferred to Somalia via multiple Hawala? Oh, I was about to say, don't they make TVs? I was thinking about China's Hawaii or whatever the fuck it's called, Huawei. Never mind. With some funds transferred to Somalia via Hawala networks, informal money transfer systems, apparently, you know, in Somalia, I imagine. Approximately 40% of these transfers reportedly ended up with Al-Shabaab, not to be confused with the shish kebab, which is from Australia, and it's delicious. It's actually a terror group, not the food, but Al-Shabaab. This shit's fucking crazy. All right. So, okay. So, you know what? I'm going to take this back to Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar fucking off America, saying we have become the worst country in the world. Can you imagine coming from a place like Somalia, pretend marrying your brother, coming over here, and then doing some takia ass shit to fuck with the kafar or the kafir or the kafir, or whatever the fuck we're supposed to be. They are so inbred that they think we're retarded. Imagine that. All I got to say is, thank fucking God for Donald Trump at this point. I'm fucking sick and tired of all this abuse in the system. And you know what? There's some things, you know, you're not going to drain the entire swamp. But I can tell you this much. At the rate that these democratic socialists are gaining power within the Democratic Party, by the time if there is a chance that the Antifa freaks, the communists, the socialists, there is a chance that these people survive past 30, you know, they don't kill themselves or, you know, overdose on drugs or, you know, catch a fucking, you know, AIDS or something, because these are the kind of people that you're dealing with. the freest people in the world, the most degenerate fucking people, if they survive into old age, and there's enough people out there, because all the boomers that would vote for Democrats because they think Democrats are still Democrats, they're going to be dead too. So I think these people are going to die out. All is going to be left to vote is people like us on the right, and I guess Muslims, because they're having litters. So, but we got to make sure. You guys need to start adopting kids or something. I'm thinking about doing that in 10 years. I'm gonna adopt a 17-year-old and then kick him out at 18. But I'm gonna teach him not to be a fucktard in that 1 year, or I'll just beat into him. Don't vote for democratic socialists, communists, because that's what they are. Anyway, I'm Rob. That's been our news for today. I hope you all have a great day. Go fuck your mothers and don't fuck your mothers. That's actually, the point of this was not to fuck your family. Don't fuck your family. That's what Somalians do. Don't fuck your family members. Have a great day.
Before I grow, try silence. When I throw, on a strike, no backing down. We might refuse. Run it down, rush to take you, try to step through the fire.